Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Today, we're diving into the darkest side of the fandom world. A story about love that turned into obsession and admiration that twisted into hate. How could someone as kind and gentle as Jimin, who has devoted his life to music, dance, and art, become the target of such senseless hate? Why has a man known for his empathy become the scapegoat in a fan war that was never even real? Tonight, we'll uncover the truth behind the hate train against Jimin, how fiction, technology, and fanaticism collided to create a storm that nearly destroyed the man behind the stage. So make sure you watch until the end, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see the fandom world forever. In the sleepless world of modern entertainment, where every smile is analyzed down to the last pixel and every movement becomes a global debate, few artists have faced a storm as fierce as Park Jimin of BTS. For more than a decade, Jimin has dedicated his entire life to music, dance, and the performing arts. He's not just a performer, but a creator of beauty, someone known for his gentleness beneath the harsh spotlight. Ironically, despite all his sincerity and dedication, he became the target of something much darker. A hate train, relentless, baseless, and often devoid of conscience. What makes this phenomenon truly tragic isn't just the intensity of the hate, but its absurd origin. This hate wasn't born from Jimin's actions. He's not a criminal, not a troublemaker, not even someone who thrives on drama. The hate was born from the imaginations of others, from a digital world where fiction has become stronger than truth. In an era where the word fandom can mean both pure love and extreme obsession, some groups of fans seem to have lost their sense of reality. They can no longer tell the difference between fiction and truth, between a real person and the character they've created in their own minds. Every day, social media platforms like X, Twitter, Instagram, and fan forums are flooded with posts trying to tarnish Jimin's reputation. Digitally manipulated photos place him in situations that never happened. Edited videos create false narratives that he's involved with someone or the cause of internal drama that doesn't exist. Behind it all hides a stubborn old myth, the idea that Jikook and Taekook share a secret romantic relationship. And to keep that fictional story alive, they needed an antagonist. That antagonist, who did absolutely nothing wrong, became Jimin. Among the sea of genuine love for Jimin, there's always a dark current lurking beneath, a swarm of accounts pouring endless hatred toward him. They don't just criticize, they insult, slander, and even post hateful prayers like, "I hope Jimin dies in the worst possible way." Those words aren't mere insults, they're dehumanization. An attempt to strip away someone's humanity and turn them into an object of hate undeserving of compassion. One extreme comment even said, "I wish I had enough followers to curse Jimin," and 100 people would reply, "Fin." That statement reveals how deeply hatred can take root online. Not from reason, but from delusion and misdirected emotion. From these same accounts come absurd accusations. That Jimin is untalented, that he manipulates relationships between members, or that he rides on Jungkook's fame. All these lies are neatly packaged, using twisted clips and doctored images to make them look convincing. Even more frightening, this pattern is systematic. Hate posts appear daily from what seem to be coordinated accounts, often anonymous, hiding behind layers of fake profiles, run by networks that spread hate as a hobby. They even lure interactions in cruel ways, inviting followers to comment "Amen" on hateful curses, or to mass report Jimin's fanbases until they're banned. This isn't just a difference of opinion. It's an organized campaign to destroy someone's reputation. And the most ironic part? Many of these people call themselves real armies. But how can someone who claims to love BTS attack one of its members so viciously? Behind the slogan, "Protect our boys," lies behavior that actually destroys the harmony they claim to defend. These people are not true fans. They're followers of ship-based fanaticism, worshipping fictional pairings as if they were real. And in that twisted battlefield, Jimin became a casualty of an imaginary war between two fan camps. While some fans believe in the Taekook, V and Jungkook pairing, others support Jikook, Jimin and Jungkook. Instead of celebrating the warmth and friendship among them, extremists turned it into a battleground. For them, love can only exist if hatred stands beside it. To keep their baseless beliefs alive, some even use AI, creating fake images, deep fake videos, and false narratives that disguise lies as facts. This is the new face of modern cyberbullying, falsehoods powered by advanced technology. And at the end of this chain, the real victim remains the same. Jimin, a real human being who only wanted to make music. Jimin has always been known for his softness and empathy. He's the one who hugs others when they cry, who comforts when things get tense, who hides his own pain just to make others smile. Even his BTS members have described him as someone with a heart too big for such a small world. Yet, in the eyes of haters, that kindness becomes manipulation. Every time Jimin shows care, they call it attention-seeking. Every time he smiles at Jungkook, they call it image control. They fail to see that Jimin isn't calculating, he's compassionate. He's not performing, he's simply being human. And in a cynical world, kindness often becomes a target of ridicule. Jungkook's name is never far from Jimin's. They grew up together, from nervous teenagers in Big Hit's small dorms to two global stars inspiring millions. Their relationship isn't just professional, it's brotherhood, built on trust, understanding, and surviving the same harsh world together. But ironically, that genuine closeness is what fuels conspiracy theories. Every glance, touch, or silence between them gets overanalyzed. Yet perhaps that's what true connection looks like, something that doesn't need to be explained. There's something almost magical in the way they interact. Watch how Jimin slightly bows his head when Jungkook speaks, or how Jungkook relaxes whenever Jimin smiles. That's not fan service. That's not acting. That's body language between two souls who've shared a long journey. They don't need to prove anything, because what's real doesn't require proof. And maybe that's why some people feel threatened. Truth always makes falsehoods uncomfortable. The Korean entertainment industry is a complicated battlefield, a blend of art, image, and public expectation. Every artist lives under a microscope, every move consumed by millions of eyes. In such a world, the line between truth and perception almost disappears. The rise of AI only made things worse. Now, anyone can create fake visual evidence with a single click. A photo of Jimin can be edited to show him somewhere he's never been. A deep fake video can mimic his face and voice with eerie precision. And sadly, many believe it without checking the source. Beautiful lies have become powerful weapons in the war of perception. And as in all wars, the first casualty is humanity. Despite all the hate, Jimin rarely responds. He chooses silence, letting his art speak louder than words. In every dance, every song, every smile he gives on stage, there's an unspoken message. Beauty can't be defeated by hate. Jungkook is often seen by his side during tough times, not with words, but with quiet presence. That quiet loyalty speaks louder than millions of online comments. It's proof that true bonds need no public declaration. Sometimes, the strongest love is the one left unspoken. After everything, one thing remains clear. Jimin never stopped loving music, dancing, and inspiring others. He responds to hate with art, to slander with silence, and to cruelty with kindness. While the internet creates fiction, Jimin continues to show reality. That goodness can still survive, even in a storm of hate. And perhaps that's his greatest power. Because in the end, this isn't just Jimin's story, it's ours. A story about how we choose to spread hate or to be part of the voice that protects what's real. If you love Jimin, not because of rumors or theories, but because of his genuine heart, then click like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can know the truth. See you in the next episode, only on Jikook Moments, where we choose to see love, not hate.